An isobar is a line of equal or constant pressure on a graph, plot, or map. An isoplinth or contour line of pressure. More accurately, isobars are lines drawn on a map joining places of equal average atmospheric pressure reduced to sea level for a specific period of time. In meteorology, the barometric pressures shown are reduced to sea level, not the surface pressures at the map locations.
So basically, it's a meteorology term that no one cares about, unless you're a meteorologist, in which case America will only care about you if you look good without a shirt on, unlike Dan.
Has anyone ever woke up for work in the morning, got ready, made it all the way to the subway, and say to yourself, oh man, I forgot my crab at home? No, that has never ever happened to you in your entire life. Well, I guess one man in China had that problem and solved it by installing the world's first ever live crab vending machine. They were installed in 2 subway locations in China. I thought the only way to get crabs on the subway was sitting in the back of the train with your pants down. The vending machines are cooled to around 41 degrees so that the crabs are in a calm state of mind when the customers first purchase them. Now, instead of having a cool, calm crab on your hands, you now have a heated up, pissed off crab on your hands. But the crab vending machine is a hit in China, selling more than 200 crabs a day. Coming soon to a subway near you, poisonous snake vending machines, killer bee dispensers, and a vending machine that sells other vending machines.
On Monday Night Football this week, the Philadelphia Eagles put a historic butt-whooping on the Washington Redskins. The Eagles scored the game's first 35 points in just the first 16 minutes of the game. This game got so ugly, Mike Winslow wouldn't tap it. Eagles stud quarterback Michael Vick put up possibly the most impressive performance by a quarterback since Ben Roethlisberger at his high school's prom last spring. Vick scored 6 touchdowns in the game, 4 with his arms, 2 with his legs, and none with his dogs. The Eagles would finish the game on top, 59-28. This blowout victory comes just hours after Redskins quarterback Donovan McNabb signed a huge 5-year, $70 million deal. The contract, which rivals the $72 million contract given to Tom Brady earlier this season, came with quite a bit of controversy. After all, Tom Brady has won 3 Super Bowls, an MVP, and has a supermodel wife. McNabb has lost 3 NFC Championship games, lost a Super Bowl, lost his job in Philly to the man that just embarrassed him on Monday Night Football, and was benched late in a close game last week to Rex Grossman. Rex Grossman. Leave it to Washington to poorly invest their money. Well, at least the Redskins use their own money. Hey, I'm just saying.
Well, most of you out there are pretty upset about Bristol Palin's performance on the ABC show Dancing with the Stars. But instead of cursing and writing an angry blog like the rest of us, one man took out his 12-gauge shotgun and shot his own TV set. Yes, that's right. A man by the name of Stephen Cohen from Wisconsin got so angry by Palin's performance that he was, quote, saying politics. He grabbed his gun, shot the TV, and even threatened to kill himself and his wife. Talk about anger management. I'm just glad he missed David Hasselhoff's performance. Who knows what would have happened? And speaking of Bristol Palin, her and her Dancing with the Stars partner Mike the Situation have made a PSA about abstinence. Let me repeat that. Mike the Situation, who is known for picking up girls at the club who are DTF, and Bristol Palin, who just had a teen pregnancy, made an abstinence PSA. I mean, come on, really? What's next? Lindsay Lohan makes an anti-drug PSA? Or better yet, Mel Gibson makes a stay sober PSA. I cracked myself up.
Gwyneth Paltrow guest starred on Glee this week. And along with giving the show their highest ratings of the season, Paltrow's appearance also netted the show a stern letter. The angry words came from Dina Lohan, yep, the crazy one's mother. Lindsay's mama was upset for remarks Paltrow's character made during the show in which Paltrow called Lindsay muy loco, or very crazy, while in Spanish class. Dina Lohan's outrage wasn't just because Fox finally has a program that speaks the truth. Rather, Mama Lohan was outraged at the disrespect for her daughter that the show allegedly provoked. I am sorry, Dina, but wasn't your daughter the one who became a cocaine-addicted sexual deviant who made every step of her personal life as public as her below-average film career? Alas. Dina told the press, quote, "Our lawyers are sending a letter to Glee. My guess is the letter goes something like this. Dear Glee, we loved your show. Great fun, great fun. Anyway, we wanted to write you because our overlord slave owner, Dina Lohan, has locked us in her basement for all eternity. We can't come out of the basement unless she is picking us up and throwing us around like rag dolls, or if Lindsay needs a quick one. And of course, by quick one, what we mean is angry sexual terror. We are terrified, scared, and feel downright uncomfortable being forced to stay in this house, and would love to get back to lawyering. The plan is to sue you all, and hopefully the Lohans will have to drag us out from the basement. I really hope they don't read our letters, or else they might use us as ashtrays again. And of course, by ashtrays, I mean they light us on fire and then sexually distort our bodies. So, good luck with your show. Please let us sue you. Don't write back. The lawyers. Something like that.
Ever wonder how smart football players really are? Well, for Patriot safety Brett Lockett, well, let's just say that football must have helped him carry him through school. Lockett made the team as a rookie last year, but has been sidelined this year due to a groin injury. To still support for the team, Lockett had Go Patriots printed on his jeans. The only problem with that is that he spelled the team's name wrong by spelling it Patrits. For those of you scratching your head, wondering why that is wrong, he left the O out. Yes, it seems like a simple mistake, but when you play for that team, I'm sure there are Patriot stuff all over the place. How do you mess something like that up? All he had to do was look at his jersey. At least being sidelined will give him plenty of time to learn his spelling.
Last night was the premiere of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. And here to join us today is our very own Harry Potter enthusiast, Shannon Rosato.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, is everything all right, Miss Enthusiast? You seem a tad down.
You know what, Joe? You see, I am a tad down. I'm more than a tad down. I'm many tads down. I adore Harry Potter. I love the boy who lived and all of his magical buddies. I eat, sleep, and breathe Harry Potter, and I've been wearing this outfit for days. But last night's premiere, boy oh boy, did it let me down. It appears as if the franchise has lost all direction. It was like I was watching an entirely different, awful movie. First of all, apparently it's been a rough year and a half for the cast of since the Half-Blood Prince came out. They all looked awful and like super old. Harry Potter was balding. He looked like that guy in whatever that movie was, Try Hard. Yeah, we'll go with that. Secondly, whoever this director chump was completely forgot about the concept of wand magic. Everything was explosions and guns. It was really weird, avant-garde approach. I don't think it's going to go out with the critics. And obviously, I'm not the only one who was seriously let down. Audiences were so upset with the new movie. I was literally the only one in the entire theater, and I stuck around only so I can bring the truth to the good people of Oz.
Wow, that seems really odd, Shannon. Miss Enthusiast, do you have your ticket stub? And do you mind if I see it?
Oh, of course I have it. I'm cataloging it in my scrapbook of disappointment. Here you go.
Okay. As expected, you didn't see Harry Potter at all. You sat through a midnight showing of Retired and Extremely Dangerous.
Oh.
I mean, didn't you read the stub? Or even the opening credits?
Read? Nah, that ain't me.
You don't read? Don't you go to school here?
Nope. I'm just the resident Oz enthusiast. The producer found me enthusiastically discussing healthcare reform with some stray cats downtown and just has me come in and talk about stuff. What's that? I'm hired? Oh, I'm tired? True, yeah. Oh, I'm fired. Oh, well, you know, it's been lovely, but I have to be off. Harry Potter can't watch himself, you know.
Harry Potter enthusiast, everyone.
George W. Bush released a book last week, which has received mixed reviews. Kids seem to love it, but the serious adult critics are questioning the meaning of the coloring pictures and solving mazes. Everyone seems to love the pop-up pictures, though.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill
Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye. During a presentation at the University of Southern California, Nye collapsed mid-sentence while walking toward the podium in front of hundreds of students. Instead of all of the students showing concern and seeing if Nye was okay, they all took out their phones and began to tweet and post statuses about what happened. One of the students' statuses said, "Science guy down, science guy down," while another one said, "Ha, Bill Nye just tripped on stage. Maybe we'll get out of this thing early." Nye woke up unsure exactly what happened, but was unharmed with no serious problems, thank the Lord. And of course, Nye kept his humor aside. "Wow, that was crazy. I feel like Lady Gaga or something," said Nye. "Bill Nye, you can always play your love games with me." What? Who said that?
A 19-year-old Nebraska boy was pulled over for DUI on Halloween. Wasn't too worried about that, right? Well, police said that they pulled the boy over not because he was driving funny, but because he was dressed as a breathalyzer for Halloween. And police could see that the number on his costume was twice the legal limit.
On Saturday night, around 2 a.m., a woman from Akron, Ohio was robbed by a man wearing a clown mask while she was on the toilet. The victim, 70-year-old Jacqueline Cutright, told a reporter, "This character in a clown mask threw open my bathroom door while I was on the commode, and it was kind of a surprise." Surprised? You're on the commode, and a man in a clown mask breaks into your house and puts you at knife point. I'd myself. The 22-year-old Corey Buckley demanded drugs and money from Cutright. Buckley took $28 in cash and about $1,000 in jewelry before taking off in her 1991 Ford Escort. He got a mile down the road before he rolled the car twice in attempts to run away from the police. He then crawled out of the window, but the police caught him before he could get away. Buckley confessed to the robbery after the knife he used to break in fell out of his pants in front of the police. After he was caught only an hour later, Cutright wondered if she could take him down herself. She said, "I thought about doing some ninja stuff to him, but I thought he's too fast for me. He literally scared the shit out of me."
Just in time for Thanksgiving, Martha Stewart recently revealed on the Colbert Report her special method of killing turkeys. Stewart went on to reveal not only that she killed 6 turkeys with her bare hands this year so far, but also had a ritual before the turkeys in her grasp met their final moments. Stewart stated that before slaughtering the birds, she intoxicated them with those little bottles of cognac and bourbon that are on airplanes. Warnings before putting your turkey to rest. Don't let your turkey operate heavy machinery during a drunken state. And make sure it is not pregnant. Most importantly, remember, turkey friends don't let other turkey friends drive drunk.
Have you ever found yourself naked, lying face down in someone's house, high on shrooms with a mouse up your anus while you were trying to rob them? Yes. For most of you, I'm sure the answer is yes, but for you squares out there, I'll continue explaining the logistics of the situation. In South Carolina, police were called to a house where they found 31-year-old Noah Smith lying in the doorway of the victim's home. After a policeman attempted to make contact with the burglar, Smith slapped the deputy and was tasered, which surprisingly had no effect on him. He then kicked another policeman and was pepper sprayed. This still had no effect on Smith. Wow! Smith should try suiting up for the Carolina Panthers next Sunday. They might actually win some game this season. But I digress. Smith then attacked the next onslaught of cops by attempting to bite them. Apparently, Smith thinks he actually is a Carolina Panther. Eventually, Smith was taken to a hospital where a tail was found hanging out of his rectum. X-rays showed there was a mouse in or around his arsehole. Smith says he doesn't know how the mouse got there. Strong alibi, dude, strong. Now let's look at Dan Peruzzi, the world's worst, period. Dan?
Thanks again, Joe, and thanks for giving away what happened last week. I was going to tell you guys it's going to be a good time, but somehow you already found out. Whatever. All right, so back to this Dan Peruzzi show. I still think it's a great idea. Maybe the ISO bar was a bit over your head, but I got a better one for you. Even you idiots over there at the desk can understand this one. Did you hear the one about the cow that was lifted into the air by the tornado? It was an utter disaster. Utter, because it's a cow. Yeah.
Keep trying, Dan.
Hopefully you'll find commercials more funny than he is.